Mike Stanec. I played football at Austin-Tom Fitch from 1991 to 1994. Dave Hartman was a coach back there. Dave was he was a disciplinarian. He was very, very strict and very organized, but amazing coach. He taught me a lot. I think if you ask any of the guys back that played for him, they'll tell you, I mean, it was one of those things where if you walked up on a practice and looked at the sidelines, you know, everybody was standing, helmets on, watching what was going on. There was no guys laughing or goofing around or taking a knee. Very strict. You know, he instilled a lot of fear in you. I played fullback on offense and outside linebacker on defense, and I was awarded All-State fullback. I think one of the most memorable games I had back then was when we played Warren Harding. My senior year, they were ranked one in the state at the time, and it was actually on my birthday, and I had a pretty good game, rushing-wise, and we ended up winning that game. My sophomore year, we made it to the state semifinals, and we lost to St. Ignatius. That was the furthest we made it in my tenure year. But we were always competing for the Steel Valley Championship. My senior year, we ended up 7-3. You know, when you're a high school kid and you start getting letters in the mail, it's pretty exciting, and you know, it's nice. Your parents are excited because you start getting some offers where they don't have to pay for your school. But you know, I started getting a lot of offers from places. But at that time, like you said, football in Youngstown State was so big in the area, and they were winning so much in the '90s. You know, by the time I got there, they'd already won 3 national championships. You know, and had a couple runner-ups. So for me, it was a no-brainer when I got offered to go there. I mean, that was a done deal. And it was nice, you know, one of my best friends growing up, Frank Cato, you know, we graduated high school together and we both got offered together. So it was kind of a package deal. We both went there and got to play together. It was very nice. In high school, it seemed like, you know, all my accolades for offense, running the ball, but I got recruited for defense for college. At YSU, I played from 1995 to 1998, and I played outside linebacker there. Jim Tressel was the head coach at the time. Well, in '97, when we won the national championship, I mean, it sounds cheesy to say, but it really was, you know, kind of a kid's dream come true, because that's what you play for your whole life, is to get to that level. And that year, when we made the playoffs, we were 7-3 at the time, so we kind of squeezed into the playoffs. And then once we got in, I remember we were down when we were playing Villanova away. We were down 21-0 at halftime. So it was kind of, a lot of people thought, you know, the season was over. But I remember we went in the locker room, and, you know, Coach Tressel gave a pretty good talk at the halftime, and we came out and ended up winning that game second half. And, you know, it was just the combination of just the guys, you know, believing in each other and playing as a team. Well, the thing about Coach Tressel was he was a guy that didn't show very much emotion. So when he did, you know, he kind of really took it serious. And I remember that was one of the times where one of the few times where he raised his voice a little bit and got excited and told us, you know, to look down deep inside ourselves and look to the guy to your left and right and find a way to get it done, and that's what we did. In college, I studied education. That's what I got my master's in, is administration education. Originally, that's what I wanted to do, was become a teacher and then become a principal. Once I graduated, I did good to get hired in Warren City. I taught there for 7 years, but I always did construction in the summer times, looking to make extra money, and that's kind of how I started my business. Just kind of grew a little bit more each year, and then it kind of took off, and then just went full-time on the construction side. I kind of had a conflict with, if you remember when the arena football team, the Thunder, came into town. At the time when I was teaching, I tried out for the arena football team, and I made the team, and it was a conflict with the schedule teaching in Warren, so I kind of had to make a decision to either play the football or stay teaching. So I chose to play football for the Thunder, and then I knew I had in my back pocket the construction company, so that's kind of what I focused on once I was done playing with the Thunder. Construction company that I own is M&C Construction, and we do all types of construction, basically everything from the ground up. We mainly focus on roofing, siding, and windows. We service all of Mahoning, Trumbull County, Columbiana County. We do lots of commercial work. We just finished up the dorm down at YSU, the Enclave. We just, this past year, did the Boardman Fire Station. We do a lot of schools and public work as well. I recently purchased the body shop in Austintown. I've owned it for a little over a year now. That's where I've worked out since I was a sophomore in high school. So when the opportunity came up for me to purchase it, I jumped on it, and it's doing really well. I mean, We took it from 200 members when I bought it to we're about 800 members now and growing. So I'm very happy with it. Well, I have 3 daughters. One's 19, one's 11, and one's 2. So I haven't been blessed to have a son yet, but we'll see what happens with that. I would say the biggest thing that I learned from football to transition in the business world is you got to be able to, the things you want to do the least are the things that you need to do the most. I mean, you got to be willing to take the step that other people are a little bit hesitant or afraid to do, and you just got to put yourself out there and take a chance at it. And you got to understand that things aren't going to go right all the time. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You got to be able to overcome adversity. When things get tough, you can't give up. And just like in football, the coach would always tell us, you're not going to win the game on, Saturday when you're out playing. You're going to win the game, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when nobody's watching you. It's the work you're putting in then. And it's the same thing in the business world. You got to put the work in to be successful.